legalized.
On its surface, it sounds simple. Create an opportunity to allow sports fans to bet on their favorite teams.
Football.
Tap into Colorado's love for the Broncos,
He's in for the touchdown.
the Avalanche, the Nuggets, and the Rockies, while tackling an illegal market that already extracts hundreds of thousands of dollars from Colorado's sports fans.
So here's the deal. Proposition DD, far more complex. That's why we're looking to complete a 360 crossing route into all the issues.
Here's our starting lineup. On offense, the quarterback of the proposition, Colorado's House Majority Leader. At receiver, Colorado's Gaming Towns, represented by the COO of Monarch Casino. And blocking for the offense, the former director of Colorado's Water Conservation Board. We affectionately label him the Water Boy. On defense, starting at linebacker, a Colorado State Senator. And at the safety position, the president of the state's Problem Gaming Coalition.
We know that there's a robust black market.
We begin this drive with the politician who quarterbacked this ballot item.
Other states are doing it. This is a no-brainer. Let's come together, let's figure it out, and let's figure out what the right fit is for Colorado.
It couldn't be overstated how important this is to Colorado.
We've called James Eklund the Water Boy because he knows what this proposition means for the state's water plan. If approved by voters, taxes on winnings by the casinos will help fund a currently unfunded state water plan.
If we don't fund that plan, then it's hollow. Proposition DD puts some of that money in the place that it should be, and I think is a good measure.
The ballot language is a bit confusing.
Playing receiver on our lineup because his casino stands to receive a lot of the sports betting, the chief operating officer of Blackhawks Monarch Casino.
The biggest challenge to sports betting passing, frankly, is a misunderstanding of the ballot language.
While the sports betting proposition has received broad-based support from newspapers and environmental groups across the state, Farahi says there's reason to qualify the optimism.
It starts off with, shall we raise taxes by $29 million?
Historically, those four words, shall we raise taxes, are the kiss of death from Colorado voters. Proponents stress this tax is only paid by gamblers, and more specifically, the casinos would pay the tax out of their winnings.
Almost every time Coloradans have been asked in a question that starts with, shall taxes be raised by, they've said no. They don't even read the rest of the ballot question. So it really depends on if people take the time to understand what DD is asking them.
I do not believe that we as government should be promoting gambling.
On the defensive side of this issue, playing linebacker for this report, State Senator Larry Crowder.
The biggest concern I have is people with the availability of the iPhone blowing their paycheck.
Crowder says he would support DD if it required bettors to visit Colorado casinos to place the bet. His concern centers on the broad wagering availability through apps on your smartphone.
I think it makes it way too easy. I don't think there's that balance there.
The cost to society for untreated gambling disorder is huge.
Playing the safety position for the state, the president of Colorado's Problem Gambling Coalition. If voters say yes to DD, more than $100,000 each year will be funneled to help with gambling addiction. Larry Wall says that's not enough.
In Colorado, we estimate over 101,000 active gamblers that are in active addiction right now that have not given up gambling.
Here are the numbers that concern the state's gambling coalition. The ballot language projects casinos will make $290 million in profit from sports gambling. That's $290 million in losses for Colorado bettors. And that projection would produce $29 million in annual tax revenue.
This tax is only on people placing bets on sports, and it legalizes something that is currently being done illegally. I think it will pass.
A decision now in the hands of Colorado voters. I'm Tony Kovaleski, Denver 7.